Derrick Krantz here today. He's actually fighting for LFA, which used to be LFC, which is also used to be owned by Mick Maynard, who's now took over Sean Shelby's position within the UFC, and Sean took over Joe Silva's position. So now we have that ongoing Monopoly game where everything keeps getting moved around. We're playing that shell game. You fought in February, and that was that was the last, or one of the last LFCs, right? Before they made the name change.
No, it was still it was LFA at that time.
Okay. Have you noticed much difference? In the back end, it's been a short time. There's really not much. It's kind of tough.
No, the production pretty much ran the same as it usually did. I'm just dealing with different people.
Now, do you have a manager at your stage of your fight career, or are you still doing everything yourself?
I'm still doing it myself.
Yeah, so for you, it actually impacts you more than most other guys because you actually have a different voice you have to talk to as opposed to just your manager talking to you back and forth,
Absolutely. I have to be a people person.
Yeah, exactly. Do you find that difficult when it's time to renegotiate contracts and making sure you get your correct, fair worth?
Yes and no. I mean, it really depends. So far, so good. I'm not complaining. They're treating me really well. They offered me this title fight against Ben Neumann in his hometown, and I jumped on it. I was like, last time I was in Minnesota, I won the LFC title, so let's go down there and win the LFA title.
Yeah, not bad. This was on May 19th in Mystic Lake Showroom in Prior Lake, Minnesota, which is where Ben's from. Ben's 12-4, you're 19-9, so pretty close record-wise. How do you break him down, though, as a fighter? When you look at tape on Ben, what do you see?
I see an orthodox fighter standing up and a long jiu-jitsu player on the ground. He likes to use his long legs and trap arms and go for a lot of triangles, maybe some leg locks. But he looks more comfortable on his back, or he looks very comfortable on his back.
You're no slouch either, on the ground. You've got 11 submissions out of your 19 wins, 7 KOs and 1 decision. You find a way somehow to always get to the submission, but it's also your Achilles heel. In your losses, you've been caught by 5 submissions and been knocked out twice or TKO twice and lost by 2 decisions. Do you still have that we talked about this before, you kind of have that, kind of like that fuck it, I'm just going to go for it and see if I get there before he does kind of thing when it comes to submissions? And sometimes you get caught first. Do you still have that attitude, or has things changed?
Things have definitely changed. I've kind of my last 2 fights, I've finally decided to settle down and just take the fight as it comes. I used to try to rush it and try to finish them and gas out while just pounding them away. And a few times I've got submitted that way. But I believe if I just take my time, the victory will come to me.
When you say take your time, do you mean now trying to push it into the later rounds because you're in much better shape? Or do you mean when you know the guy's in danger, you got to really slow down and pick your spots, even though the round's only halfway done and it's early?
A little bit of both. I've been fighting for 10 years now, so I've got a good idea what it's like to be in the cage fighting. Rushing opponents and trying to finish them as fast as possible, it's got its ups and downs, and so does just trying to take them in the later rounds. I like to play the fight how it comes, and really, if it goes, I go in the fight in a mindset of I'm here to have fun, I'm here to win, and I'm here to fight for 15-25 minutes, and that's all it is. It's just 15 to 25 minutes of my life, and then it's over. So I might as well go ahead and go out there and have fun.
You've had 10 or 11 fights, I think, in LFC, on top of your, out of your almost 30 fights. And the whole time you've been in the minor leagues, you're not one of those guys that's made the hop up and then been dropped back down again. You've kind of been floating around the minor leagues your entire career, if I'm not mistaken. Are you getting a little frustrated now, especially at 29 years old? You've been doing it since you're 19, that you're not getting the phone call from the big guys, especially being in LFC, now LFA, because it is a feeder league for the UFC?
Yeah, when I was younger, it frustrated me a little bit. Now, not so much. I understand the game. If I get called up, hell yeah, I'm ready to do it. But I'm not stuck on it anymore. I'm just out there to fight, put on a good show, win, get paid.
Now, are you making enough where all you have to do is train and fight, and that's it? Or do you have to have another job on the side as well?
Oh yeah, I'm a full-time carpenter. I run a whole crew.
Yeah, that's right. And so for a while there, I was kind of like, well, you're not ready to get into the big leagues until you can only fight, you can only train to fight, and then you can make that next step. But then you look at guys like the heavyweight champ, Stipe Miocic, who won't stop being a fireman, so he's got a full-time job, and he's still the heavyweight champ. So it definitely is different strokes for different folks, in that sense. Do you think? I'm pretty sure you know the answer to this. Do you think you keep on working if the big show calls you up and goes, it's time to work up higher?
Oh, absolutely. Since my company is family owned, I get to take off when I need to. So most Tuesdays I travel 3 hours to Dallas, and then I'm in Shreveport on Mondays and Fridays, and then I'm in Longview. So I'm constantly on the road training, but it's after work. And in the mornings I'll wake up around 4:30, and then start a 5-mile run at 5:30.
When you're working on your carpenter crew, what time do you have to be at work? 7?
7.
And so the whole crew shows up at 7, or they show up at 7:30, and you got to be there a little bit early?
No, the whole crew shows up at 7.
So you say you run the crew, so obviously you're in charge. But do you still have to go out there and swing a hammer? Are you still out there?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm sweating bullets. I'm framing houses, installing cabinets, doing floors, you name it.
Doesn't that get exhausting, especially during fight camp? Aren't you like, wow, man, I really need a half a day off here because I'm falling apart?
Yes, but at the same time, a family's got to eat. What can I say? I don't have the privilege to do that. I mean, I can do it, but bills got to be paid. I got to be a father. I got my kids looking up to me, and I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna go get her.
Anybody's watching your fights knows you're not a quitter. We can all see that you've been put in some pretty bad spots with a couple different fights, and found a way through. And some of them you still lost, but you found a way through the hard times. You definitely don't go away very, very easily. Let's get back to Ben for a minute. You said he's really good off his back, and you're really good off your back as well. Do you think that your stand-up's going to be enough to put him down and get him TKO'd or KO'd? Because it's a battle of who's on their back, and if you take him down, you're not going to switch positions to go on your back. Obviously, he's on his.
I'm a top guy, anyways. I like top position. I like passing the guard, mounting them, taking their back. I prefer not to stay on my back. Yes, I got good jiu-jitsu off my back. I'm a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but in a fight, I prefer to be on top.
And so, is this what most of this game is going to be done? Then is going to be on the ground with you on top and him on his back, or do you think it's really going to be more of a stand-up war?
I believe when I hit him, he's going to want to fall to his back. Whether I go in there and play his game and give him the only advantage he has in the fight will be up to me at that point. If I'm feeling confident, if I feel his strength and his grips, if I feel confident after that, I'll go with the fight anywhere I want to. I feel like I can control this fight. Ben Neumann, he's a dangerous fighter. Of course, I mean he's got 12 victories, only 4 losses, really good submissions. But I believe I can control where this fight goes, and I'm smart enough to, as a fighter, and experienced enough to get the W.
I like it. Derrick Krantz has got Ben Neumann coming up here, LFA 12, May 19th. Derrick, thanks for taking some time with us tonight. I really appreciate it, man. Good luck with the rest of your training camp. Have fun.
Appreciate it.